Okay, nobody ever requested me to make this, but I really want to make this video, so I hope you guys enjoy. Open Lanotalium, pick the best resolution, and set the quality to infinite FPS, cause hundreds of FPS is godlike for your eyes. Once we're in the Lanotalium, click this button and we're going in. You'll be greeted by this small window about contest. It's actually already over, so we're gonna close and ignore it. Go to the top left panel and click new project. Now you would notice there's a bunch of shit you need to fill, so first thing is, choose your project folder which you must create it first. You can name the folder whatever you like cause nobody even cares. Pick a charter nickname. Pick a song you want to chart. Wait, it's not an OGG. Well, go to Audacity, drag the music into the program, add 3 seconds of silence using silence generate feature. Export to OGG and save it into the project folder. Now you can go ahead and choose the music file which is the OGG ones. Ignore this panel over here and pick the BG or wallpaper you want for your chart. You can find the BG either from internet or somewhere else. Once it's done, click this button and you're good to go. At this rate, you will say, what now? Go to this website which I'll put in the description below. Now go ahead and start the music in Lanotalium, then type with the space key over this white box while following the beat, like this. The longer you do this, the more accurate the result will be. Now you get your BPM, you will put that in here, right? Well, that's what some beginners are actually wrong. Tick this on and pull this thing out. Now you can use this to determine which timing you want your BPM start. Drag the timeline to whatever the timing you want for the BPM and press Ctrl B. For example, I'll put it in here because there's a bump on it and it matches with the current beat of the song. Now go put those BPM to this new BPM panel. But we're not done just yet. Open this panel, then turn this on. And this as well. Set the size to 1 for bigger note size, click enable, and start putting the note according to the white lines, and then play the song. Now my chart is confirmed that it finally syncs with the music, but in some cases, you might hear the note either go early or later than the music. So to fix that, just reduce the timing of the BPM if it's too early or increase it if it's too late, and click fix all after you change the timing so the note will snap the heck out of it into the white lines again. Repeat this until your note is synced, and that's it. Over here, you will see 3 types of motion where each of them give a different result. To add a motion, you can simply drag your timeline for the position of your motion and click either of these buttons to spawn the chart. I'll start with the top since I will explain each of them from the top to the bottom. The blue one is horizontal motion. It can be used to move tuner up, down, left, right at ease. By adding new motion, in the timing position you want, you'll be greeted with one window that always pops whenever you made a new motion. Now let's focus on these guys first. Timing is the location of your motion, so increasing the number will make it go to the right and reducing it will make it go to the opposite direction. Duration is very important if you want the tuner to land on its position on time or quicker. The default will be 1 second, so by reducing it to 0.1 second for example, it will go like this. But increasing it to 2 seconds for example, it will go like this. Hope you all still with me. The ease panel is rather very crucial when you want your tuner to move realistically. Note that only 12 E's is available in this program, so use them wisely. I'll leave the rest by yourselves to test, since I'm not even paid to explain this shit. Since I've created horizontal motion, it will show these 2 panels. Radius will allow you to set the distance of the tuner from the middle. The bigger the amount, the farther the tuner will go. Degree is simple. Normal numeric of degree will spin the tuner anti-clockwise, while negative numeric number will spin the tuner clockwise. Oh, did I forget to mention the diagonal only mode for horizontal motion? Well, you can see that I'm using this mode will change the color of the motion from blue to purple. And you can also notice the panel's first name also changed from delta to target. And this mode also restricts any movement of the horizontal. What I meant is, imagine you're making 5 horizontal motion that has 0.2 seconds on it, and you set the last horizontal motion with diagonal mode instead. You set it with the same radius, and then guess what? It actually doesn't go further, but rather it actually going towards the target radius. Because like I said before, what number you put in here while it's in diagonal mode, it will go toward this position instead of adding or reducing the current position of the tuner. It also do the same to the degree as well, so be careful when using it, although the danger for using this is slim to none. The second motion is used for changing the size of the tuner. Creating one will result in only one panel pop up. This is where you control it. Adding a normal numeric amount will make the tuner go close to you as if it tries to confess its love to you during the New Year Eve. But adding a negative amount will make the tuner go away from you like it knows you're cheating with other tuner. How sad your life is. seeing the tuner go farther from you. Note the default position of the vertical motion is -20. If you increase it till it reaches 0, the tuner will disappear because it has committed suicide since you reject its love towards you. Finally, the rotation motion. It's a motion where you rotate your tuner's angle, like the horizontal ones. If you add the normal numeric degree on it, it will rotate anti-clockwise, and negative will rotate it clockwise. Alright, that's all for the motion. Now what's next? Alright, so last time I said you need to use these nodes to verify your sync. Now, this time we'll learn each of them. Maybe. You will see these two of these fell buttons that sticks together like a lovely lovebird. Actually, both of these buttons give you no advantage because look at it. It only adds one unsynced node that need further configuration to set it up. If you're adding a node with this method, get the fuck out of here, cunt. Nobody used this shit. Anyway, we're going to use this thing to make the node. I already explained you guys how to enable and disable it, so I'm gonna explain the rest of the two buttons. Beat line and angle line is actually a feature to snap your node to those white lines, which is the read lines, also including the angle line, which I'll explain after this. There are 5 types of node you can create. 0 is just normal ones, 2 is flick in node, 3 is flick out node, 4 is catch node, and 5 is hold node. You might see this and try to put few node a bit just to experiment with it, but I'll help you a little for this hold node type. When you create one, the panel from the below is spawned, and you might see more stuff shown up again. When you want the node to slide, just create at least one joint by giving this number a 1 on it. For the degree, just add a few numbers on it till it slides. The way the degree works is still the same as before, so I'm not gonna cover it. For multiple joint, you can experiment by yourself. Very simple. Let's talk about angle line. It's very useful for snapping your node into an accurate degree, so you can use this if you want to avoid random degree on every node you put, which only makes you more confused. You guys would seem confused over this hint on how to do that, so here's my simple format guide. Start degree, I'll put it 0, end degree, I'll put it 360. How many lines you want on these degrees? Well, it depends on what you want to do it, but the max line is 24, so good luck. Copier is the most powerful and my favorite things in Lanotalium. Although beginner would try to start learn copy paste through a plugin, I don't recommend doing so if you're trying to make a repeated motion pattern. That's why copier exists. So, unlike angle line, this one's bizarrely confusing as fuck for you guys who are still a beginner. Even I struggle using copier on my first attempt. Again, here's my format guide which you guys can use. Current timing of your node or motion, for example, I'll put 33.5603 plus my timing distance. Type how many seconds you want your motion to put it on, times by how many times you want to duplicate. Here's how you copy the motion. Click on the motion that you want to copy and click this button. And you'll see there's a new motion with the same stats as the motion you want to copy. For the node, you can do the same as the motion. Lastly, this one is interesting because although it may sound simple, but it's actually a strong tool for a visual chart as well. I can tell you guys on how to abuse the scroll speed, but for now, let's focus on the basic. Let's add a scroll speed on its timing. Adding new one will override its current scroll speed if you ever change the last scroll speed's amount. Increasing will make the node go fast, but adding too much, and it will make it go beyond too fast for your eyes to react. That's all about it for this tutorial. Tune in next time since I'll show you guys how to make a frame by frame motion. And remember, if you ever encounter any single bugs that is messing with you, just remember what our Lanotalium creator Lord Swazer is saying. It's not a bug, it was meant to be designed. By the way, I don't get paid for doing this. Goodbye.